If you ever felt like your accent is holding you back when you speak in English, whether it's with colleagues, patients, or with friends, I want you to hear this. Your accent is not a problem. Your accent is not a weakness. In fact, it can be one of your greatest strengths. And today, I'm going to show you how to shift that perspective, communicate with more confidence, and use your accent as an asset in everyday conversations. Welcome to Frustrated to Fluent. I'm Devin Bruce. I'm the founder and CEO of the English Communication Academy. We help non-native English speakers in healthcare communicate effectively with their patients, colleagues, and staff. And today, I'm going to be talking about something that's very, very important. This is something that I have heard back when I was an English coach a few years ago, even today as the CEO of my company. In this video, we're not going to talk about how to get rid of your accent because that's not the goal. That's never the goal. Instead, we'll focus on how you can own it, how to speak clearly so people can understand you, and how to feel confident if your English doesn't sound like a native speaker's. I'm going to share 5 practical tips to make your accent an advantage, and you can start using them today. The very first thing I want to talk to you about is how to shift your perspective on your accent. And we need to first talk about your biggest block, which is your mindset. Unfortunately, so many non-native English speakers have been told either directly or indirectly that their accent is a problem, that it makes them sound less professional or hard to understand. But here's the truth. Your accent is just simply proof that you know how to speak more than one language. That is not a weakness. It's a skill that most people don't have. Think about it. When you meet someone with a French or an Italian accent, do you think, wow, they must not be very smart? No, of course not. You probably think it's interesting or even impressive. And you know what? The same is true for your accent. When you start seeing it as a part of your identity, not something to hide or to get rid of, then everything about the way you speak starts to change. Okay, now, the second tip is to focus on clarity, not erasing your accent. If I could scream this from the rooftops, I would. The goal is to never sound like a native speaker or sound like an American. No, the goal is to make sure that you are speaking clearly and people can understand you. Clarity is completely irrelevant of accent. Let me explain. Clarity comes from 3 main things. Pronunciation of keywords, especially ones that don't exist in your first language. It comes from pacing, so you're slowing down just enough so each word is clear. And it also comes from enunciation, making sure that the ends of your words are heard. A quick tip that you can start using today: record yourself reading a paragraph out loud and then listen back and note which words sound unclear. Don't try to flatten your accent. Just work on making those sounds sharper. This keeps your identity while improving your communication. Tip number 3, use your accent as a connection point. One of the most powerful things about your accent that is almost always overlooked is that it tells a story, and that story can help you connect with other people. In everyday conversations, you might get comments like, where's your accent from? Or, I love how you said that. Instead of feeling self-conscious, see it as an opportunity to share a little bit about your background. For example, I grew up in Brazil and I've been working in the US for the past 6 years. Or, I'm from India and I've been in healthcare since 2018. Those small moments help people remember you. It also builds rapport and makes your conversations more personal. I use this strategy for myself. For example, I'm learning Arabic. I'm not fluent yet, but I'm getting there. And I have an accent when I speak Arabic. I've had so many people say, "Oh, you sound so cute. You sound like an American speaking in Arabic." And I embrace it. I fully love that. Why? Because I'm an American speaking Arabic. My accent is a part of my identity. And so since I fully embrace it, I don't worry about my accent when I'm speaking. I make sure that I'm speaking clearly. And as long as I'm speaking clearly, my accent doesn't matter. So yeah, use it as a way to connect with others, not try to get rid of it. All right, tip number 4, anticipate and handle misunderstandings calmly. Here's the thing, even the clearest speakers sometimes have to repeat themselves, accents or not, and that's okay. The key is to be prepared for those moments so that when they do occur, you don't lose confidence. Here's what you can say instead of freezing or apologizing. You can say something like, "Let me say that another way," or "I think I wasn't clear. What I meant was." This keeps the conversation moving without it being awkward. And remember, this is so important. Asking someone to repeat themselves is something everyone does. It's not a sign that you're bad at English. It's just a part of everyday conversations. Okay, finally, tip number 5. Highlight the advantages your accent brings. Okay, now I know this one's a bit of a hot take, but hear me out. Here's something that most people never think about. Your accent can actually make you a better communicator. It's because you're more likely to choose your words carefully. You often use clearer sentence structures, and you bring a cultural context that enriches conversations. For example, in healthcare, your background, it might help you explain things to patients who share your culture or language, making them feel more understood and comfortable. The point is, your accent, it isn't just neutral. It can be positively valuable. So this is something I really want you to know and understand. Your accent is a part of your personal brand. When you own it and when you focus on clarity and you also use it to connect with people, oh my goodness, it becomes one of your greatest speaking strengths. So instead of trying to hide it or get rid of it or sound like a native speaker or sound American, embrace it. Let it tell your story because your story matters. All right, if this video helped you, please hit like and subscribe. I post new videos every week, and it helps you build real-world fluency in healthcare for your professional life. Also, please share this with other non-native English speakers in healthcare. I am on a mission to close the language gap. And if you want to go deeper, we do have a free 5-day challenge. It's specifically designed for people in healthcare who want to improve their fluency in a very short period of time. It's quick, it's easy, and it only takes a few minutes a day. If you want to join us for that, the link is in the description box below. And if you like this video, check these other ones out too. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Take care.